Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday, March the 21st. These are the charts of the day, and as we do every Thursday, a review of the swings, both long and short, over the last few weeks. Let's get started. Starting off with a short. Akamai, which had a head and shoulder top and broke down in February, then rallied back and it looks like a three-wave flag type pattern with ugly technicals. I just think this stock is destined for a rollover. And if it does, this is going to be a wave down that takes you down to the low 30s, maybe even high 20s. ALIT on the long side, ALT on the long side, popped and broke out of a flag. We put a swing on it, then ran up and tagged it and rolled back. It's now a three-wave corrective falling wedge of sorts, and primed to pop out and run again. Target 13.5 and 15 if it does go. APP, very strong long-term chart, broke out here, has been running up and rising channel ever since, with a target now in the high 70s. AU in the gold sector broke out, pulled back to test the breakout point, forming a new rising channel, and bounced yesterday. Today, if you're getting into the gap, it backed off a little bit because gold was down. But if this does go, my targets are 23, 26, and 30. AUDC popped and broke out in February and has had a nice three-wave corrective pullback flag of sorts, or falling wedge. You can see the last 4 days moving back up to test the declining tops line, and it moved through here, probably gets us to 15 and 17. BLND broke out with a major breakaway gap and strong volume. Been flagging ever since, or coiling. The target now is 22, 25, and 28 if it does move forward, which I believe it does. Want to stop this one under 17.5 ideally. BLND popped and broke out and then pulled back. It's been backing and filling, but it's poised to pop again. My targets are 4 and 5 on this one. COHR broke out, pulled back from the wedge. We put a swing on it. It popped. It pulled back to retest the trend line moving average and lateral price support as well. Your stop will be under 55. Your targets are 67 and 75. ELEV with a big pop, flag pop coil. Appears to want to explode at any moment, and I'll be watching this carefully for a move. Your first targets are 5.5, 6 1/4, and 7. On the short side, EXPE broke down hard. It's been going sideways in the bear coil. If it breaks from here, we're looking at 120 and 108. GPS popped and broke out. We put a swing on. It's been up almost every day since. It has up and every day for 2 weeks. Another $1.41 added today, or 5% more. My swing targets were 30 and 34. HAR broke out with a major breakaway gap. We put a swing on it. It just kept running. Right now, although the last couple of days were somewhat negative, the volume was low, and it's paused and resting in here. My target, 19.5, and then 21. IoT broke out and pulled back. I still like it for a potential. Once it gets above the 40.5 range, I would look for mid-40s, low 50s. JMIA Flyer, while it broke out, it formed a wedge, and then when it broke here, we put a swing on it. It ran sharply. It was a really good swing for us from almost doubling, and then the pullback now is in a flag type pattern. Keep an eye on it for a snapback to 8 and then 9.5, 10. LITE Tech Trader Short broke down, has been in the bear flag for about 6 weeks. If it breaks down below this double support level, it's probably headed to 39 and 35.6. ML popped, wedging. We have a swing on it, looking for a move to 90 and 120. OCEA popped, wedge, popped, and now it's wedging again. Keep an eye on this one for a move that gets it out over 5 with energy. Then you're looking at 6.5 and 8. QUIK popped out. We put a swing on it. It kept running, and now it's pulled back to test. If it holds it here, my target is 22. 19 and 22 are targets. Root monster of the midway. This stock exploded, just kept running. We caught it as it came out through this high at 14 and change, and ran all the way to 60.58. Came down hard and bounced. Let's see what this does. Support 37.8, resistance 60, target 70. SLNH tried to pop today in a big volume and came down, but watch this one carefully for a move through 4 3/4, 5. If he gets through that, your target is 7.5, 8. VTYX with a breakaway gap, a little wedge, then popped and ran. Now it's got a coil. If it pops here, we're looking at a retest of 10-11 and maybe as high as 14. And finally, YELP on the short side, hidden shoulder top, breakdown, bear flag. Sure looks like a stock that's headed lower. Your targets are retesting 35.6 and then down to the 30.31 zone. Let's look at the best leftover swings that are still active at daytrader.com. Good night, everybody.